Welcome. The day of feasting and sports is upon us. Shop till you drop time is just hours away, and if you are a Steam user, Gaben already has your wallet, as Steam's Black Friday sales started yesterday. Also yesterday, there was another update to the Pastime game mode in Team Fortress 2. Fans have been giving suggestions on the forums on how to update the game mode, make it more fun and more competitive. Some people, myself included, have asked for multiple goals in one map. This change has come forth in the new map, Pinewood. The way the map works is each team has 3 goals. The first goal is at the water tower. It is somewhat in the center of each base, but the only way to get there is via a jump pad on the right side. You go off that jump pad, and as you're flying through the air, you need to throw the ball through the goal. This goal is probably the hardest to score into due to the jump pad necessity and the fact that you have to throw the ball while you're flying through the air. The second goal is on the far left side of each base. This goal is the same goal that was first in the game type. It's a soccer-like goal. You try and shoot the ball into the goal. The shoot and lock onto goal mechanics for each class have changed a little bit recently, but it is still easier to throw the ball into this goal compared to the water tower goal. The third and final goal is the touchdown goal. Grab the jack and walk into the goal, or pass the jack to someone already in the touchdown. Each of the 3 goals lock up or close off once they have been scored in. The touchdown goal can sometimes trap the player in its metal grate. I assume this is a bug they are going to fix, because as you can see in this footage, I do get stuck in there. The first team to score in all 3 goals wins. The game is still 1 point per each goal. I like the multiple goals, as you'll need 3 sentries to block them all, but the fact that each goal locks off once you score in them leaves me with concern. Unless you win by time up, you will have to score in all the goals, so it still feels like running into a sentry is an inevitability. The only thing that really puts a stop to the sentries are the changes that have been made to sudden death. It took a while for these changes to be on all the Pastime servers. Now that they are, I feel a greater need to discuss them. When overtime arrives, players cannot use guns now. You can only use melee. This means sentries cannot be built. All players have 1 life. Overtime will only end when all players of one team die, or someone scores a goal. The melee-only rules instantly make the scout the best class to be in overtime. Sadly, you cannot change your class once overtime has started. Unless you are a scout before it starts, you're screwed. Scouts can outrun any other class, so they are by far the most powerful one in overtime, given it's melee only and it's hard to catch them. Scouts also have access to the Sandman and Assassin, 2 weapons that bend the rules of overtime. With each of these weapons, you can throw a ball or a Christmas ornament. This projectile counts as a melee attack. It really shouldn't. Any player carrying a jack at any point during the game, whether it's overtime or not, who is hit by a melee attack will give up the ball to their attacker. So essentially the Assassin and Sandman can steal the ball at long distance during any point in the game. And when you're doing that in overtime, when it should really be melee only, and these weapons bend the rules, it's very unfair to people that don't play Scout, and Pastime itself is unfair to anyone who has not unlocked the Assassin or Sandman weapons. What's worse is on Pastime Pinewood, since the goals can be locked, any goal that is locked will not reopen during overtime. If the only goal that you have left that hasn't locked is the water tower goal, you are going to be at a disadvantage during overtime. I like that different things are being tried to improve this game mode, but all that really needs to be done is to have at least 2 goals on each map. One of them be touchdown and one of them be thrown into. Have none of the goals close off when they're scored into. Instead, set different point values for each goal. The walk into goals be 2 points, and the throw into goals be 1 point. First team to 5 wins. These score settings will affect how and when sentries are placed at each goal, as I mentioned in my previous video. Make guns usable in an overtime, so Scout is not overpowered because of its speed. Allow players to change class in overtime. Ban sentries in overtime only. Set the melee projectiles of the Scout's Rap Assassin and Sandman to not count as melee. That way they can't steal balls from long distance. These changes will make the game more competitive, fun, and fair. Until next time, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving and a safe time shopping for holiday gifts. Take care.